Alright YouTube, it's Sunday, June 22nd. It's kind of a warm, sticky day, not super hot, not as hot as it's been. It's like 86 degrees here in the garage right now, which isn't bad considering this garage has no shade. Sits in it's a block garage out in the hot sun, but it's not that bad today compared to what it has been. And I've got no air conditioning in the house. I got to get that fixed too. Hopefully Tuesday I will have central air again. But let me show you where we're at on this truck bed. We took some time off from it, and I needed to because I was getting frustrated with it. I think in my last video I showed you that I had these sides done, and that turned out pretty decent. This, I still need to finish this wavy part, but basically all this side's close to being done except for whatever little dents I haven't found on that panel there. I haven't really looked for them yet, but I decided to start on this bed floor, which got a little frustrating. From here over, it's looking pretty good, and from here to here, I just made a change of plans and figured out an easier way to do it. Okay, if you remember where I welded it, it's welded all the way up to about there, and then the weld goes all the way across. You can see where that body filler's kind of been laid in there. I didn't make an effort to completely fill it. That's just leftover body filler from other stuff I was filling in. I decided I didn't want to waste it. And then the seam goes down through there. It's underneath the sandpaper and the hammer and all that. And then it comes back across, and then it comes down a little and across here. So if you didn't watch the video where I welded the panel in, you kind of get the idea of what the shape of the actual panel that's welded in is. And there's also a seam going all the way up from there down to there, connecting two different patch panels I put in there. The replacement panels I told you I bought. You have to watch my past videos to see that if you haven't already. But where I got frustrated on this, okay, in order to get this looking halfway decent, I was using a straight edge and figuring out where to fill it, and this here was really messed up. If you remember, this whole part right here was a lot lower than this right here, almost like it had been bent down. As you can see, the other side originally was not that way, so I had to build all that up, and it was a lot of trial and error and do over and do over and grind out and do over again and again. And I was using this as a sanding block, which works well for some situations, but the trouble I was getting kind of a radius in here, which if I didn't have so much sandpaper wrap around it, wouldn't have been so bad. But I come up with a better idea. I made two sanding blocks out of a 2x4, which I cut it down a little thinner this way. I did this in my Bridgeport mill. I'll show you how the mill is still set up, give you an idea how I went about doing it. Sorry if it seems a little dark in here. It's just hot, and I keep the lights off unless I absolutely need them. But I had this block and that big long block you saw laying in the bed set up like this, and you get the idea how I moved the angle on the head of my mill to put that angle on there, and I would make a cut, then walk back over. In case you're wondering how you do that on these Bridgeports, you loosen up these three screws right here, these nuts, and then this nut right here. You put a 3/4 inch wrench on it, you turn it one way, it moves the head back, turn it the other way, it tilts the head the other way. But what I would do, I would make a cut, both sides. I just basically had it in a vise this way, and then I would flip it, cut the other end. And I just kept changing my angle until it matched the original, one of the original slats or whatever you want to call it in the bed. I didn't go off the replacement panel. It's not a perfect match. And as you can see, I got a little bit of play in there, but what I would do is, first I would take this, I would fill in my Bondo or body filler and just sand it, get that corner in there, and then if this side needed cleaned up, I would push to the side and use that angle. Sandpaper would be on it. On this one, I mostly just wrapped sandpaper around it. This piece here was on it. Held it like this, and basically just sanded it. Like I said, if I wanted to clean up the sides, if they didn't look right, I'd go this way and that way. And I made this long one too, and the reason I did that, because like I said, had a weld seam here and here, and if you laid it on there, it was hard to block all that down with a small block and still not get a bow in it. So what I would do is, as you can see, I've already put some filler in here, and you're getting the idea that this one, block it down, just put that corner in there. This needs to be blocked down, and yeah, you're getting the idea here. It put that corner in, and it also, I keep sanding until this attempted to feather edge out, or if I could lay my straight edge in here and I'd be touching metal on this end and that end, that would tell me I needed to build this up a little higher. Or if I had just low spots, you can see it sanded here, not here. Getting the idea there. Then I go back and fill in the low areas and do it again. And then for finishing up, I'd use a lightweight mixed with the Evercoat metal glaze, which makes a smooth, creamy body filler that spreads easier and leaves less pits. And I'm not too worried about all the tiny little pits, going back and filling them like I used to, because of the Evercoat Feather Fill primer I told you about, which I used on the entire truck. Some people call it spray-on Bondo, but if you read about the Feather Fill G2, this also can be used as a surface primer. It says right there, primer surfacer. But this stuff fills in like a spray-on Bondo, and that's what some people call it. Now, for my heavy stuff, for my first layer of body filler in those low areas in that bed, I'm using the some Duraglass. Bought this from a place called Smart Shoppers. This is probably not the most expensive brand, but it's not super cheap. It's $43.99 a gallon, but I like it because it mixes up nice and creamy. It's a fiberglass reinforced, fiberglass filled they call it. It's good. It's supposed to be waterproof. It's supposed to be good for metal and fiberglass repair. Uses the blue cream hardener. So far I like it. I'm going to mix some up and show it to you later on in this video. But I want to keep this video not too awful long, so I'm going to go ahead, set up my camera on a tripod, block this down, show you the low areas. After I'm done, I'm going to show you a little bit of blocking, just to show you how my new block works. I'm kind of proud of that because it's making it quicker and easier. So let me get the camera set up. Let's show a little bit of work on this truck. Alright, first thing I'm going to show you is how this sanding block works. Like I said, I'm kind of proud of this little invention. It works pretty good. Let me get up here in the bed. Get my styrofoam knee pad positioned here where I want it, hopefully. Play with this camera, it's going to be a little shaking around. Yeah, you should be able to see what I'm going to do. Alright. Another thing this fan's good for, I don't know if I said something about the fan or not. Not only, I don't know if you can see the fan, it's like right here. But I always keep a fan on there. Not only does it feel good because it's hot, keeps air moving, but it does two things. Keeps the dust from building up where I don't have to grab my air hose and blow it off all the time like that. You have to do somewhat do it, but it's not as bad. You don't get a bunch of dust where you can't see where you've been sanding. And it also keeps it out of my lungs, which I wear a respirator too, even when I just sand. Actually, this fan works so well, if you got it pointed away from me, I can get away with this little dust mask, which really, I don't think it's effective enough if you're in an area with a lot of dust. It's right there floating around. But when that fan's blowing it out of the way, it works. We'll wear a respirator for now. Alright, now as you can see, we've already got some high spots right here. So we need to build the rest of it up, even with all that. And we can lay our straight edge on here. and see that it's going to be pretty darn flat after I get all these lower areas filled in. One thing I have not sanded yet, like I told you earlier, well, I'm just going to wear this little mask for now. A lot of this dust is blowing straight through here and not up to my face anyhow. But what we need to do is push to the side and use my angle to get this thing load up. Right on there. I just use this. What I'm doing is I'll be using this surface here and pushing that away. It kind of cleans up this side until I get a high spot, which I already see there and right there. Now, as you can see, got a lot of filling to do. I'm already hitting metal there. A lot of times to double check it all. Take my straight edge and not only check the bottom like I just did, but I can lay it up on this angle here and make sure I'm not high in the middle where my body filler is. And actually, this side is. Need to take a little more off. That right there. Right there, according to the shred is. See, with my little sanding block, man, that would have taken forever just for me to get that down and kind of determine. Also has some built up body filler on this end that I had spread that never did block down. It was flat right here. And also I like to take my big block and and if I wanted to, for these flat surfaces, I could lay some sandpaper across this and use it to get all that. But this is just a touch-up area right here. Of course, when you touch it in up those small spots, you don't want to sand too heavy because you'll sand the lower area really quick if you don't watch. And that's not bad. It's not perfectly flat, but you're not going to be able to see that once the whole thing is the same color and everything, but it's a lot better than it was. So, what it's looking like is, and what I'm going to do is, see back here, I need to feather edge it out a little bit. Actually, I need to go farther with my body filler from about there to there. Hopefully, you know I don't have my tape handy. Let me pause the camera. Okay, I had to get my tape. Here's what I'm going to do with my masking tape. Like I said, I need to fill it in. I need to bring it out to about here. Feather edge it down there, and it needs to be filled in all the way across up to about here. Lay your straight edge on there, you'll see. Yeah, up to about pretty good ways up there. I'm going to just take some tape, put it right here. That way I know about where I need to start spreading, and I'm going to try to feather edge it out. Up to about here, and that'll give me an idea where to start on this end and that end, and I kind of try to fill it in the best I can in the lower areas. As you can see, this is high, that's high, so is that, and then I got to fill in these, kind of blend it all together to one flat surface from there to there. All the way across the bed, probably not perfectly flat, but like I said, you won't see it when it's all one color. And actually from the factory, they're not perfectly flat either. I checked my other bed, which the bottom is in good shape, and I should have welded that whole bed panel in this bed, and it would save me all this work, but I've already gone this far. So screw it, I'm going to finish it. At least when it's done, you can say, wow, that don't look bad, considering what all you had to do. So, I'm going to mix up some body filler. I'm going to show you how this stuff mixes up. Okay, I just took everything and brought it up here in the truck. Here is the Dynagas body filler. I don't know if I showed you in the previous clip. There it is. It's green, and it's not really thick like a lightweight Bondo. Before you mix it, it's kind of creamy and smooth, which means it's going to spread easy for you. And that's why I like it. Especially for filling in areas where you got to build it up kind of high, which general idea is to do all your metal work so you don't have to build up too much, but sometimes it can't be avoided. Like in this situation, it could have, like I said, if I would have went ahead and put a new bed floor in this, that would have been a better way to do it. But we're going to use what we got, save this bed, and I think it's going to turn out fine. I think it's going to hold up fine if I take the precautions I want to take for it not to crack. Which means I'm going to be careful about what I throw in this bed and how I do it. But this is going to be, this truck is something I don't want to work too awful hard anyway. It's mostly just going to be pulling a race car back and forth to the track. But anyway, you see how much blue cream hardener I put in there and see how smooth this stuff is. I probably am not mixing up enough to do all I need to do, which is okay, which means I'll use up all I've got. And all I got to do to finish it after this starts getting too hard on me. There's something else. This stuff sets up kind of quick, so you got to kind of stop before you mix it up. Stop, think ahead, look at what you're doing, and make sure you got everything you need so you don't have to run off and look for something, because this stuff will set up on you pretty quick. I just use my stick to get it steered that way. Then I take the spreader to finish steering it. Lay that right there for now. And I'm just going to start kind of feather edge that right there. Build that up a little, not much, but shouldn't be built up too much. Now right here is going to need to kind of fill that in where it's even with enough high spots where the metal's coming through. Like I said, this will probably not be the last time I have to spread on this area. I will probably have to walk this down again. Do it again. Now, I guess I could just pretty much darn near fill up the whole valley, so I only have to do it once. But I don't like to waste Bondo. I know it takes longer, and I guess if you're doing this for a living, which I'm not, maybe one day I'd like to. Kind of as an early retirement thing. But if you can take your time, I'd rather not waste the Bondo because the stuff isn't cheap. Blending, there's a big cavity in there and trying to blend that in with the surface. And it looks like I am going to have enough, more than enough. We'll come back here, try to feather edge that, and then slowly build it a little higher as I go. It takes practice, and I guarantee you this, what I'm doing right now will not be perfect. I will have to do it again. I know for sure once, maybe twice, maybe even 3 times more. But let's put a little heavier stuff in the middle here. And if I got time, if it doesn't set up on me, I got some leftover stuff here. And actually, I see a little bit right there. It won't be enough to finish it, but I'm going to use what little I got left over, just so doesn't go to waste. And what I'll do is, I won't spray it over top of unsanded body filler. I'll just take the big long block and scuff it down to where it shows me where my low areas are, but at least I'm not wasting all this expensive body filler. And there's a little low area right there. We'll go ahead and fill that in. And try to clean off my cardboard piece, and then I can use it over if you got a good and smooth. Actually, it works better when you get a thin layer of body filler on it. It's harder. It makes a better surface than the actual cardboard. I heard someone say not to use cardboard spreading body filler. I guess that's a matter of opinion. I've had no trouble with it. I like it. I'm not going to buy a Bondo board just to mix this stuff up and end up having to throw it away. I use cardboard because it's free. But okay, we're going to have to let that set up. This stuff, it'll get kind of hard within about 20 minutes, but it'll still be kind of sticky. And I would recommend trying to sand it until it's completely cured. I'm going to give this like an hour, hour and a half. Probably don't have to wait that long, but I like to make sure it's shrunk as much as it's going to shrink. And plus, when it's still a little sticky, it might sand easier when it's not fully cured, but it's going to build up on your sandpaper. You see a little bit right there where I sanded something a little too early. And all it does is make you waste sandpaper. It goes up. The sandpaper doesn't want to work right. But I'm going to wait about an hour, and then we'll come back, log it down again. We'll see where our low spots are, and maybe I can get this one part, just this one valley fixed, so you can see what I've been going through to get this done. And after that, when I end the video, I'm going to go about it a little bit different way so I can get more done, which won't be on video. Alright, we blocked down with the big long sanding block we made. Block down what we spread, and it's pretty much like I said. It's just you spread the Bondo and block it down, look for low areas, and repeat process. But as you can see, it's closer than it was, but I sanded till I started seeing some high spots. Got a real low area there. I need to come out a little more here. And this mess here, the reason that doesn't look right, I'm going to explain that to you. This is the replacement panel, which is probably Japanese made, Taiwan, Chinese, but what isn't. Sometimes you have no choice but to buy that crap because you can't find what you want that is made in America. But anyway, what I'm getting at is the reason that looks like that is because that needs to be built out, and this flat needs to be wider because it's not as wide as you can see. You can see it better over here. This is not as wide as the original. So, there's the weld seams right here. Here's the original. Here's how wide that is. That isn't as wide. But as you can see, if you go over here, this is thinner. This is wider. This almost matches. So, and that's why it looks like that right there. I need to build some more out there. And I'm going to go do one more time with the Duraglass before I start putting lightweight in it to finish it. But I may do it one more time, block it, and I may need to do it one more time after that before I finish it with the lightweight body filler. So I may not get this video completed tonight. I may be continuing it tomorrow. But that just gives you an idea of what you got to go through to get this. And like I said earlier, if I really wanted to do it just once, I could almost completely fill this in, I guess, and do it that way. But I don't like to waste a body filler, and really it's less sanding if you do it this way, because I don't want to have to sand all that way down. It would be quicker, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to spread, then wait, and I'll probably finish this up tomorrow after work. Alright, after the second sanding and spreading, it looks like we've got it close enough where I can finish it up with some lightweight. Be done with it. Little low spot there. A little bit there, just little stuff. Still need to build that corner out a little bit. It's not much. That. We'll finish it with a lightweight. It'll dry quicker. I think I'm going to try to finish that up tonight just to show you the finished section here, or groove, and make that a video. So let me get this stuff spread, and I'm going to use the lightweight Bondo mixed with the Evercoat Metal Glaze. That's what I was wanting to say. And I'll just show you how it looks. And pretty much you can say I spent all day on this one groove, and this is going easier than it was when I was doing it without my sanding block. So let me get that done, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, we're done for the night, and I'm glad to say that I only had to spread the lightweight filler once and got to work and worked it all out of it, pretty much all of it. See some tiny stuff like that. The Evercoat Feather Fill is good for taking care of that. That's what I like about it. You don't have to go over and fix every little tiny pinhole with your body filler. You can use your Evercoat and just spray it on good and thick, block it all down, and it also works as a primer surfacer. But I did what I wanted to do for this video, just get one groove done, just to show you what it takes to get that done. Now the rest of them will not be so bad because won't be going from here all the way over to there. It's just going to be from about here to there because the welds are closer together. And for some reason, well, I think I know the reason, is because it's shorter distance on a panel that I welded in. These are not warped as bad, and I'm not going to have to fill as deep. So that is that. That's pretty much what I wanted to accomplish in this video. And it's starting to look like a decent truck bed, and that's not the only thing I did today. While I was waiting for my body filler to dry, I almost got this top bed rail, top of the bedside, should I say, bed rail, whatever you want to call it. It's almost completely done. Just a few little minor imperfections to fill in, and I think this will be the last rough block sanding on it. Spread a little bit of Bondo mixed with Evercoat on it too. And so tomorrow after work, when I get out here, I'm probably going to spend my night out here, my afternoon after work, just doing nothing but spreading, because it's taking me a long time to do this one groove at a time, and now that I've got a better way to do it, also I want to put a straight edge on it to show you it's not bad. Not bad at all. A little bow in the middle, but like I said, you're not going to see that when it's all one color unless you put a straight edge on it, which if anybody gets that picky, I'll say get the hell away from my truck. And I did see one thing before I go to spreading too much though. I didn't even know it. There is a huge dent right there. That has nothing to do with my welding. This is the original part of the bed. Somebody at one time or another before I bought this bed probably threw a couple 100-pound tree stump or something up in here. Maybe they're hauling wood with it or something and just threw it over the side. Somebody threw something really heavy in. You know, even if you got an old work truck, don't toss shit in so big and heavy and just toss it over the side of the bed to where it just actually caves in your bed. Now, I'm not going to try to fill all that in. I'm going to try my best to beat that out. And I think I can get a lot of it out because I got a brace here and a brace here, so there's nothing here to support it, and I should be able to hopefully beat it up. That right there is good. That one's not too bad, and then it starts to cave in on this one. That one. That one. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to try to stay busy on this every night next week, except for the night that I have to cut grass and do a little bit of house cleaning, stuff like that. You got to take care of your home. But the rest of the time, I'm going to try to dedicate to this truck, and I'm going to try to stay busier on it. I know you've heard that before, but one of these days I'm going to stick with it and just stay on this thing like I used to work on stuff. Just stay on it till it's done. But I'm going to call this a video. Hope this kind of gets everybody's filled in, those who are interested on this project. Just want to say thanks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Comment. Give me a good rating. At least I hope you do. Thanks for watching, and hopefully next week I'm going to do another video on this truck. Hopefully on Sunday. Next Saturday, if it doesn't rain, we have a ride run that starts kind of early. If I don't have to work, I'm going to take the Torino down to it and see if I can't make a video of that too. Thanks for watching.